Do you remember Shannon and Raul Armenta? They are the mom and the dad of Holden Armenta. Holden Armenta was the kid, half red, half black, Indian headdress, that Deadspin and guys, idiots like Kevin Blackistone and Pablo Torre, whoever the hell that is, decided it was a good idea to defame a 9-year-old. Well, guess what? Their parents, and good for them, have hired Claire Locke LLP. That's right, lawyers. Lawyers. Here it is. They're demanding a retraction to the story. It gets better. The family specifically wants to pursue legal action against far-left crazy-ass reporter Carron Phillips for writing the story. Phillips accused the kid, a 9-year-old, of being racist against black people and Native Americans by wearing a headdress as well as the Chiefs' colors on his face, red and black. These articles posted on X and photos about Holden and his parents must be retracted. It is not enough to quietly remove a tweet from X or disable the article from Deadspin's website. You must publish your retraction, issue an apology to my clients with the same prominence and fanfare with which you defamed them. I actually had this situation at ESPN. Trey Wingo, a man I have little respect for, Mike Golick, a man that I do, and his fat-ass bald son, Mike Jr., a man I have no respect for, got on me when I was working there because I said Andrew Luck quit. And they referenced me leaving West Virginia, which was deeply personal and clearly not the same thing. I got pissed. I called Norby Williamson in the head. I said, this is bullshit. I went off. They agreed. So I had a conversation with Wingo. Wingo wanted to be Wingo, which is a milquetoast chicken shit little punk. I told him, look, you're a chicken shit milquetoast little punk. I said, you said it on TV, I want it retracted. Williamson agreed with me. Wingo, being the chicken shit little milquetoast punk, said, well, I said it in the third hour, so I'm going to retract it in the third hour. I said, good, because you're a milquetoast chicken shit little punk. That's what chicken shit little punks do. So they did. Wingo, Golick, of course, kept his mouth shut. Fat, bald Golick Jr. kept his mouth shut because, well, they're not men of integrity. So I get what you're saying here, Armenta's parents. Don't let these clowns off the hook. Don't do it even a little bit. Sue them within an inch of their lives. And do it with a law firm that is only going to recover money from you if they recover money from the idiots at Deadspin. Yeah, how about that? There is something I think missing inherently currently going on in the United States. And I want you to think about this. Even if you don't like me, even if you're just tuned in out of spite, it's a spite watch today for you. Think about this. Aren't we charged in this country, the way this country is set up, aren't we charged with protecting children and women? Aren't we? I mean, aren't we supposed to, as adults, protect the youngest among us, and look, you can get mad at me all you want, but the weakest among us. Now, sometimes that's a dude in your school. You're not supposed to bully the dude in your school that's weak. You're supposed to embrace the dude in your school. You're supposed to embrace people that have handicaps. You're supposed to embrace young children and women. You are. I don't care. That's why historically, women and children first has always been the line. Well, where did we go wrong here? Where did we decide, no, women and children need to come under attack? You know, our friend Riley Gaines has done a great job pointing out how women in sports are under attack. But let me go to children. There's a 9-year-old boy. There's a 9-year-old boy named, it's just disgusting me. There's a 9-year-old boy that showed up at a football game. He showed up at the Chiefs football game. We've talked about this. He wore half black, half red paint because, well, that's the Chiefs' colors. The Armenta family and young Armenta came under attack because not only did he wear black, red, which is the Chiefs' colors, he put on a headdress, and some absolute asshole named Carron Phillips, who is a nondescript posh writer for a nondescript posh frickin' site called Deadspin, decided to rip young Armenta, Holden Armenta. They decided they were going to rip him. For whatever the reason, they decided that they were going to put this 9-year-old boy in their sights and rip him. Now I got to ask you a question. There he is. Why? Like, I get it. Race guy is always going to be race guy. I get it. Race guy is trying so hard. Guys like Kevin Blackistone, who are whiter than me, are trying to get involved in civil rights. They're trying to get that cap money, yo. They're trying to be the next guy that blows up being a civil rights activist. For those of you that don't know, Kevin Blackistone is a nondescript guy, smug little posh writer for somewhere in Dallas that shows up on that show with Tony Rinaldi, whatever his name is. And he's trying so hard. So he jumps in on this. Some African-American lady said that Carron Phillips, the writer of Deadspin, who ripped this 9-year-old boy and called him racist, they said that Carron Phillips is the sign of white hate. Yeah, my ass. It's the sign of hating idiots. It's the sign of calling out douchebags. It's the sign of a chicken blank cowardice writer named Carron Phillips who's attacking a 9-year-old boy and some fat-ass African-American lady that thinks that Carron Phillips is an example of white hate can kiss my ass. Because I don't give a damn if Carron Phillips is white, black, green, or purple. Why come at a 9-year-old boy with dishonesty, twisting, and lies? Also that you can prop yourself up on the shoulders of real civil rights leaders. People can kiss my backside with this. 9-year-old boy goes to a game to support his team and some jackass writers. So the Armenta family is saying, no, we want a little accountability here. These posts on X and photos about Holden and his parents must be retracted immediately, the lawyer said. It's not enough to quietly remove a tweet from X or disable the article from Deadspin's website. You must publish your retractions and issue apologies to my clients with the same prominence and fanfare with which you defamed him. You damn right you do. I talked about this a bit yesterday, but it infuriates me. Of course, idiots like Pablo Torre, who have nothing to do with sports other than to be whatever he is racially or sexually, and finds a niche because that's all he's got, whoever the hell Pablo Torre is. Pablo Torre is the Hispanic version of Bomani Jones. They're both failures at everything they do. They can't keep a show for more than 10 minutes. Anyway, long story short, this jackass chimes in too because, well, there's money and relevance on standing on the shoulders of a 9-year-old boy. You stand on the shoulders of a 9-year-old boy to prop yourself up by calling him a racist means you are one of the most despicable human beings on the face of the earth. And I think everybody that has been around Carron Phillips knows that he actually is one of the most despicable human beings on the face of the earth. And any fat-ass African-American or any fat-ass white dude or white woman that defends these cretins is in the same category. There's no reason whatsoever to defame a 9-year-old boy who is at his team's game, buying something you buy in a costume shop, painting his face the team's colors, and is actually Native American, and calling him racist. I mean, it's the world we live in where every African-American guy that's a writer is trying so hard to be the next guy, to be the next voice. You know who doesn't really try to be that? Stephen A. Smith. You know what he tries to do? Sure, he does talk about the plight occasionally of African Americans. Sure, he talks about being African American, but he doesn't try to trample people with vicious nonsense. And guess who is the most listened to voice in the African American sports media community? Stephen A. Smith. And don't tell me it's because of racism against Carron Phillips. Carron Phillips was a jackass when he was at the New York Daily News. Kevin Blackistone has always tried. He tried to fit in hard with the white people, and now he tried to fit in and stand on the shoulders of a 9-year-old boy. There used to be a segment in Chicago sports radio. Who are you crapping? You ain't crapping me, Kevin Blackistone. You ain't crapping me, frickin' Carron Phillips. You're full of shit. And not only that, and what makes it worse is you're just bad people. A 9-year-old boy has to sue you. Now, I'm guessing it'll get thrown out. I'm guessing nothing will happen to Carron Phillips other than he'll get cred in his, quote, community. And Kevin Blackistone will get cred in his, quote, community. Shows you how dumb the community is.